Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be making a tutorial on how to cut out the back part of the trouser baggy jeans trouser on a pattern paper. So for those of you that have watched my previous video, this is the front part of the trouser. I'll be using the front part to I'll be using the front part to cut out the back part too. So for the back part of this trouser, when it comes to cutting a trouser, the back side and the front side are not equal, and they shouldn't be equal because your front side and your back side are not equal. So from the waistline, which is from here, from this side, I will come up. I need to hold this thing down. So from the hip side, that's from the side of the trouser, I will come up by 1 inch, as you can see me do. Then I'll slant it all the way down to this end. You can use your ruler or freehand, whichever one that suits you. So for the crotch part, I will come out by 1.5 inch because I didn't want this trouser because this is a baggy jeans, and I wouldn't want it to be kind of tight on that crotch part. So I'll come out by 1.5 inch or 2 inches, whichever one, depending on the size of your client. So I'm making this trouser for me, so 1.5 inch works perfectly for me. So I'll go ahead now, extend the crotch line from the front piece of the trouser, extend it to the 1.5 inch like this. Hope you guys can see this. So I will go ahead to trace all the way from the crotch part to the waist. And then from this crotch line, I will trace down to the actual size of the front piece. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the back piece of the trouser, and here it is. So this is the back piece, and here is the front piece. As you can see, there is a slight difference between the front piece and the back piece. This is it. At the cross side, the back piece is longer. See where the front piece ended, and the back piece is longer by 1.5 inch at the crotch part. Then at the waistline, is also longer by 1 inch. So I will now go ahead to cut it out on my material, and this material that I'm making use of, this is a jean material. So I will now go ahead to cut out on my material, and what I have here is 4 yards. This material here is 4 yards, so I will be making use of these 4 yards to make the trouser. So let's go ahead and cut it out on the fabric. First of all, I will cut out the front piece, and remember, this piece that I attached to my front piece is very important. For those of you that watched the previous video, you will know where I cut out this piece, but I'll just explain briefly. This piece will be used for the zipper when attaching the zipper to the trouser. So I will cut out a piece of this on a fabric while cutting out my on the fabric. So I'll just go ahead and cut out. But before cutting out on the fabric, you fold your, oh god, how do I fold this thing because of these pins here? You fold your pattern into two. That's to find the middle of the pattern. Ouch. This is how I do. I don't know how every other person does, but this is how I do, and it works out perfectly for me. So from here, I will slit it all the way, not to the waistline, but almost at the waistline. I'll come down by 3 inches. I will come down by 3 inches. Or let me use 2 inches. See, I've come down by 2 inches. So this is where my sleeve will be ending. While cutting on the fabric, I will have to place it like this. As you can see, the waist is still intact, just that the difference will start from the hip, a little bit down from the waist, down to the full length. So with this, I can just, guide myself on how big I want the baggy jeans to be, whether like this or that. So this is the reason for the slit in the middle of the pattern. You also do the same thing on the back piece while cutting out. So I'll just go ahead and fold my fabric into two for the front piece. So I've gone ahead to cut out on my fabric for the front piece. And please, while cutting on your fabric, for the hip side, just add allowance there. Add allowance. I added half an inch allowance there. So I don't know how you do with your allowance. And this is a jeans material. I wouldn't want a lot of excesses after making the trouser. So half an inch works perfectly for me on this particular design. So I've gone ahead to cut the front piece. Now I will do the same for the back. Also, for the full length, as you can see, I added extra inches because I want, what I used for the pattern paper was 43 inches. But for the material, I went down by extra 3 inches because I want the trouser to drop very, very well. I don't want it to be hanging after making it. So I'll just go ahead now and cut the back. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out my front piece and my back piece too. So, and also the zipper piece. And the zipper piece is into two pieces. So now, this is going to be the end of our today's tutorial. So on my next video, I'll be showing you guys on how to make the trouser, that's sewing it on the sewing machine, and also the pocket, because it will have a pocket and also some extra pockets at the side. So thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Bye.